Yeah.
Mulaney too, though. If you watch Mulaney's live at Gotham, you're like, oh, this guy's got it.
That's
got it.
That's how I feel about your Adam Devine's house party.
Too loud.
I say this guy has got it.
I got a couple of emails that just said, you got it.
You
got it.
You got it. And what's it? A face like an unkempt wolf.
We're recording. We've been
You're
recording.
a fine Grecian man.
Yeah.
The audio is not good
What's
today.
the difference?
Oh, that's
get
my
the
audio.
good. What's the problem?
So here's the thing with this thing: you hit record, and then it blasts the volume up.
Well, where am I at? Am I coming
You're
in low?
through the goddamn roof.
I'd love to be through the roof.
So
What?
do you mean do a mic check?
No, I think we're good.
Oh.
What? Let me ask you this. Here's an important question.
Yeah.
Sure, Brendo.
I also want to say something.
Okay. This question goes out to either party, Greg or
Uh-huh.
Anthony.
Mhm.
Feel free to answer.
Mhm.
That's what I'm doing from now on.
Good.
When I have a question, I say who it's addressed to.
Yes,
Oh,
I
cool.
love this.
And,
I love this.
let me tell you, if you're not addressed, don't you dare answer.
You're
Now,
right.
this is an open question for the forum.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What is the difference between when do you call something Grecian and when do you call it Greek?
What? I don't know what Grecian is. I've never heard that.
I
It's
don't
like
think
blinds.
anyone's using Grecian anymore.
Grecian? No.
Like
and
Grecian
if it is
formula.
a thing, I've lost
Grecian-
respect for Greece.
What's Grecian formula?
I don't know. It's
That's
a
baby
thing.
food?
Let me look
They
it
don't do
up.
that with America.
It's
They
not
don't say things are like
baby food.
American.
You just think it's
Oh.
baby food because Americian.
Maraschino.
Yeah, Americian cherry.
Maraschino Tranner.
Yeah. Grecian.
Yeah.
No.
That's also, just so you know, that's a bit. That's a Bill Burr bit.
You
Grecian formula is a men's hair coloring product. It contains lead.
Oh, God.
Grecian formula is a hair dye that contains lead.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know what else I just found out fucking contains lead?
What?
My big fat dick.
Did you shove a old-timey pencil up there?
Yeah, I was trying to get a pencil in there because here's the thing: you want to widen your flow. Not a lot of people know about that.
Yeah.
You want to widen the flow so that you can have easy access on the inside. What I'm trying to do is find a cat with a small penis so that I could be fucked in my penis. That's a new sexual thing. That's the level I'm at now.
Do you know? Is
it weird to go that far
Well,
that quick in the podcast?
Going into the
No, it's
podcast,
okay.
I thought to myself secretly, I said, "Hey, maybe today will be sort of like a family-friendly cast." You know what I mean? Maybe we won't get into
Well,
the.
that's a fun idea, though. A family cast? Have we ever tried that?
I wrote that down as our list.
Oh, you did?
As a family
okay,
cast,
cool.
it's just for the whole family.
Um,
And then here's the thing too. I was thinking that we would do one that is so clean and so like regular podcast that people will listen to it and be like, "Oh, this is what I like," and then immediately re-put like the crime cast right after, so that people are just like, "This is not."
yeah,
last
we'll
week's
lure
was.
them in where it's like, today we're talking money. You know, we're talking the economy with Fritz from the bank. He's
Yes.
in to explain savings account.
here to explain savings.
Hey, that's you know what? I thought that was gonna be the same voice you do all the time, but it actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
Can do every now and again.
No, come on,
German.
seriously, Fritz, explain the savings.
Savings. What would you like to know? Savings.
Oh, it's Dr. Nick again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right in the
Well,
Dr.
that
Nick.
is what it is. Okay. I mean,
Uh,
I thought it came out too clean.
It came out good, and then it
Yeah.
just went right. It's like we got in the car, and I said, "Oh, we're gonna go get lunch." Nope, we went right back to Dr. Nick.
Do you know what would be nice if
No.
just one of us, if just fucking one of us on this podcast wasn't going gray at an incredible rate? We all have gray hair,
Yeah, I don't.
but we're young men.
Yeah, I know. Somebody brought that up to me the other day after a show.
They said your hair is going. People bring that up to me, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't say that to you.
I know. Yeah, no, they came up to me and they were like, "How old are you?" And I said, 33. And they went, "What the fuck? Why are you going gray?" And then they said, "That's funny. No one knows your race or age." And I said, "Well, that's kind of funny."
That
was it. It
that
wasn't
makes
a-
me furious.
What-
that a
what?
person would come up to you and be insulting to you, to my little friend Anthony. I'm sorry about the whole Dr. Nick thing. If that hurt your feelings, today I'm all about feelings.
No, what? I don't care.
I had the best experience.
But we are all growing gray.
We're all going gray, but you know what's cool? None of us going bald.
yeah, that
Gray,
is cool.
you gotta
That's
love the
fine.
gray. Gray's
Yeah.
better than bald.
Yeah,
Plus, I'm going silver, not gray,
yeah,
like Clooney.
yeah.
I gotta-
think I'm going bone white.
Ooh, that's impressive.
Yeah, my mom is. Let's say this, and I will say this, and I'm going to say this. Pay attention. We all have a great distribution of salt and pepper going on. I will say that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like some guys go gray in like one weird wild streak or something.
Well, I got
it's
a
like,
streak.
no, it's not really though. I've seen what you're talking about. You're
Yeah.
still pretty
Covered.
salt and peppery around.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a distinguished look.
Mm.
Yeah. I had a great experience. I was at the Cincinnati Funny Bone this week, and
You were?
yeah.
Nice.
It's a beautiful club. New club. They shut down the...
Is Jason there? Jason?
Yeah, Jason's there
I
now.
love Jason.
Yeah, Jason's doing great.
You got to talk to me because he wanted me to host. I said, I'm not hosting. What are you having me host? Do you host?
No,
You didn't
no,
host.
featured.
I'm going to call him tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm infuriated.
It was great, but there was a table, right? And I'm like, I was talking to them for a while. I find out it's a table. I'm talking to him during the show. It's a table with this dude with long hair, his son, his ex-wife, and her new husband.
Son.
So the son of the exes,
Yeah.
and then the new husband. They're just going out to comedy shows.
So
together.
stepdad, dad,
What?
and self.
Wife and son, right?
Yeah.
So after the show, I start talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
The situation is this. The stepdad, the dad,
Mm-hmm.
the ex,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just got out of prison.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
He had nowhere to stay, so he's living with them. And the whole time when we're talking, he just keeps making fun of the new husband.
Come on.
And
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
that's
And the
funny.
new husband
Oh, my God.
isn't saying shit. And he's
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
old
yeah.
timid guy, and the
Uh-huh.
prison guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And just like, he kept saying stuff I didn't understand, like, look at old peaches and cream over here. And, like, could you imagine if you married this woman and she was like, you know what? My ex is going to move in with us.
Yeah.
He's got long hair. He's
Oh, my
way
God.
younger than you.
Right.
He was in prison.
Right.
Scary looking?
And he's very funny.
Yeah. He's
No.
very, very funny.
That's how he stayed alive
He's
in
very
prison.
Yeah.
acute
Yeah.
with his insults, and they're always
Oh,
funny.
Yeah,
No.
he's going to make fun of you a lot. And
Yeah.
also, I'm going to laugh when
Yeah.
he makes... She was laughing, having a great
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
and he was
no.
just
Hilarious.
Like, he was just like, it's the
God.
best. I love
Do we
it.
get why he went to prison?
It seemed like, he was a bit of a wild man. In my
Sure.
mind, I pictured sort of like, maybe he freed a bear at the zoo or something.
Right. He
One
went
of
to
those-
prison for a fun thing.
Yeah, a fun thing.
Oh,
A fun,
yeah.
noble thing.
Yeah,
That's
great.
great fun.
Yeah, which is that's very rarely the case. It's almost 95% of the time it's some sort of fraud.
Well, they
They're all
got those
doing
new
fraud.
prisons set up now. They got the two different kinds.
What?
They got the prisons that
Oh,
we've
boy.
had for a long
Oh,
time.
here we go.
But now,
I-
now they got strict prisons and they got the fun prisons.
They have a fun prison.
They have a
Yes,
fun prison.
they are called strict prisons and fun
That's what
prisons.
they're called.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
what's a fun prison?
A fun prison is where you would go if you freed a bear or whatever.
Oh,
And
what, are
what
those
happens
like?
there?
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're converting old water parks.
Wow.
So they're
Pretty
just
good.
they fence in a water park and then you live in a water park.
Yeah,
it's pretty
I
good.
freed a bear. Did the wild. A couple kids
Yes.
got killed. I'm
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go somewhere. We can't have you out. Let's send you to Old Dorney Park.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then
we
you,
locked it up.
You work at Dorney Park. And then
Yeah.
you stay in the park, you sleep in the park, and that's that.
We don't let you out. We don't
No.
let you out. We got a rope around your foot.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
Can I tell you a very cool thing that I did one time that I forgot about till just now?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I'll get into. I'll introduce the
So wait a
podcast.
minute. Are you going to tell me that you interrupted our Tony Bark bit and then you were going to do something and then said, when I'm done with this, I'm also going to do something else?
Yeah. Well, also, not only did I interrupt
Oh,
it.
yeah, quite a lot of things on your agenda, Brent.
Not
You
only
get
did-
two in a row now?
Not only did I interrupt it, I
Yeah.
completely ignored it because.
I was trying to give
Listen,
you guys useful information.
If you want to,
that I read.
go about your life and your daily business, thinking that there's fun prisons
whoa,
that are
whoa,
all converted water parks, well, then be my
whoa.
guest.
I read that on one of my blogs.
You don't have a blog.
I don't have a blog, but one of my blogs that I read.
You got a
Oh.
daily slate of
Yeah,
blogs that you go
Amanda's
through.
prison ideas.
good.
Oh,
It's
good.
a teenager named Amanda who lives in the Midwest
Yeah.
who comes up with a bunch of ideas to help fix the penile system. And this one, she said it's true.
I think it's not a bad idea.
It's not. It's not the penile system.
It is
It's
the
the-
penile system.
It's the penal system.
She's a
No.
teenager, Brendan. Why don't you lay off her a little bit, huh? She's a sophomore in high school who's running this blog. And you
Yeah,
want to
man.
get at her.
Well,
And plus, you don't want to go to prison because you don't want to get raped. So I'm pretty sure it is the penile system. People are afraid of getting the penile in their anile.
She covers that.
Yeah.
well, this is rapidly
Uh-huh.
shifted from a thing that's how they're doing prisons now
Well,
to
she told me.
it's an idea that Amanda, the sophomore, had on her blog.
I don't like to say that her ideas aren't true. I like to say them as facts because that is
And I-
because if you say
Yes.
out loud something
Yes.
that is true,
Yes.
then it comes true
Yes.
most of the time.
Yes.
Now.
And if you said it, it was said, which means it's in the world, which
Yes.
means it is a thing that happened, meaning it is
yeah,
true.
100%, man.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a very little percent.
Yeah?
1 or 2%.
Well, explain to
truth
me
in
the
what you've
Bible.
said.
Hey, look, bro, I'm not your guru.
Let me tell you issue. Let me tell you an interesting thing.
I didn't hear what he said. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm not your guru. Tony Robbins.
Oh, hilarious.
Great doc.
Great.
Great doc. Man, did you watch that doc?
Yeah, we watched
I
it.
We all
started
watched
watching
it.
it. I started watching it like in my head because I'm a skeptic. Like,
No,
so
no,
I started
yeah,
watching
see,
it,
I
being
think-
like,
yeah, we're all-
let's see what this con man
Yeah,
is up
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes in, I was like, man, I got to
How
meet
do I
Tony
sign up?
Robbins.
Yeah,
I got to
yeah, yeah.
get over there. He's
100%.
saving lives.
Yeah.
He could get my mind right.
Yeah.
I gotta
100%.
unlock the next level of my potential through Tony. He just jumped in an ice cold pool that's 2 feet by 2
2
feet
feet
that
by
he
2
keeps
feet.
outside his house.
Where was that
Where'd
little
you
pool?
get that pool?
Let me explain this to the studio audience.
Yeah,
He's
live.
got in
Hey,
his
crowd.
in his backyard. Tony Robbins has a pool that is 2 feet by 2 feet. Shoulder is you could, and it goes. I must be 9 feet deep.
He just jumps
Yeah.
in it to get cold and
yeah,
ready.
and
Yeah.
jumps out.
Yeah.
Ready for the day. To unlock
Yeah.
the next level.
Yeah, man, we got to be Tony Robbins guys.
That was my favorite. When
Now,
that part where he's talking about where he's talking about becoming Tony Robbins,
Yeah.
and figuring out how to do it, and just being like, I don't have a college degree. I looked in the mirror every day and I said, Tony, you're unfucking believable. And then I was.
and it's also he also so clearly is so different in his crowd interactions when it's a hot girl.
Oh my
Like
That
God.
one girl,
100%.
that one sort of beat-looking girl, he was just mean to.
Yes.
just mean to.
Outright.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. Break up your fucking
Yeah, call
boyfriend.
your boyfriend right now. That was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing,
Why
man?
would you do this?
He's
I-
got no background.
We all
Yeah.
said this.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was what I didn't like about what
Yeah.
Tony did there.
Great. Studio audience needs to understand what's happening. Tony,
Oh, Greg,
the
inform
woman.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman stood up and she was with a boyfriend. She goes, I don't know how I feel. And he goes, you don't know how you feel? Break up with that fucking. You're a bitch for being with him. Break up with him right now.
Yeah.
Call him right now. And he made him call her in front of 1,000 people and break up with her boyfriend
Yeah.
based on nothing.
Right.
Now continue.
But, and the best was later on they interview her.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I was a little because after that he had that interaction with the one girl who he was like crazy good to.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was like beautiful and 19.
Sure.
And then they interview the girl who he made break up with his girlfriend. She's like, yeah, I was a little jealous and uncomfortable with the
Yeah.
way he talked, but I guess that's what I needed. But she clearly wasn't convinced. Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck you, Tony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
But
She was
still,
attractive,
y-
though.
you did what you had to do, Tony, and that's what I say.
Yeah, but it's not right to do that because
No.
it's not right for me. I say it's not right to do that because of the guy on the other end of the line.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
doesn't know that this woman's life is being changed. All he is, people know he's dating her when
Yes.
this documentary comes out. You know, and not to give
Yeah.
it away, whatever happens, but you know, he's dating her when this documentary. So people know that's his girlfriend. So
Right.
they're like, "Holy shit, that's Fred on the other end of the line,
Yeah.
who's getting dumped in front of all these
Yeah,
people."
man.
And then when it happens, they all cheer.
They all
That's
cheer.
the guy I know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you fucked
Yeah,
Fred.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
Fred.
He's sitting there with flowers.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And like she was basically just like, yeah, he's a pretty good guy. I
Yeah.
don't know for sure.
And he's like,
Yeah.
this feminine baby
Yeah.
you're dating.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
this girly man.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a feminine baby. This upset
Fuck
me
you
very
a
much.
little bit for that. That's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
you
that
know,
was
that's
not
the
great.
coolest thing in the world.
But
to
it was
do.
a great documentary.
It was a
It
great
was
documentary.
I found it to
and I was
be.
won over, and I'm signing it.
I got no time. I got no time to introduce this podcast. It's episode 109.
Yeah,
Follow
yeah,
us on
go
at the
quick.
Rad Dudecast. Anthony DeVito, Greg Stone, Brendan Air. That's it. That's all we can do because this is
Beautiful.
hot, man.
Beautiful.
Now, what I was going to tell you before,
Mhm.
now you all know I was a premier snowboarder, right?
Yeah.
Now, not so much in terms of skill level.
Oh,
but-
wow.
But Greg just did a
Wow.
real eye roll.
Oh,
but
boy.
I was respected in the snowboard park for my willingness to try any trick.
That sounds
I
about
got
right.
about 9 concussions.
Yeah.
I would any skill level of trick. I'd say, yeah, I could probably do it. Never
Yeah.
could do it.
Do they have a name for you?
No, they didn't like me.
Yeah,
I
that's-
wasn't very good. But now, in Ohio, there's no mountains really, you
Mhm.
know. So I was a good skier when I was younger, and then I took up snowboarding.
Yeah.
And so, really, for snowboarding, it's all about like the snowboard park because the mountains they're small. The hills, it's basically a hill.
Yeah.
Now, Brandywine, where I would get down,
Mm.
they next to it was a water park. Right, that on the backside of the hill was a
Mhm.
water park because it's
Mhm.
easy. If you have a hill, it's good for a water park because you don't have to build supports for your slides. You just put them on
Right.
a hill, right?
Mhm.
And that was closed during the winter, obviously.
Mhm.
I did. I broke out of the recommended area
God.
for snowboarding. Snowboarded down a water slide. Okay, it was. I mean, it was like
Let me
a
tell you-
fucking movie.
How furious I am right now.
That's cool.
It
Two
was
reasons.
so cool.
One, I can't tell if you're telling the truth. Two, I don't know how you have such a detailed story about my life. Because that is 100% everything you said, from the guy who tries every trick to the guy who broke into the water park and snowboarded down Mountain Creek Water Park. Yeah, I did that.
No, you didn't.
I
I
swear
did that.
before Christ. I swear before Moses. I swear before any god you choose. I did that at Mountain Creek. That was a whole thing. Did
I don't
you
think
really do
either of
that?
those guys you mentioned were gods.
Who?
Christ and Moses.
Right, so Moses.
No,
are
those
just
are two
guys.
friends that I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God I did that.
Me
We
too.
might be the only two
Really?
guys in the world that snowboarded down a water slide.
Yeah, Mountain Creek was also a water park.
Yeah, they always are, because it's like you gotta try
Yeah,
and make
you need
ends
some money
meet.
on the
Throw
end.
something for the.
You
summer.
were the guy who would do any trick?
I still am the guy who'll do any trick.
Really? Old nervous Greg.
Oh my god,
You just signed your death warrant, my
buddy!
friend.
You don't remember my rollerblading, skateboarding, snowboarding trifecta of insanity?
No, I must have never heard of it, so
What do
couldn't
you
have
say?
been that big.
This can't be like. Is he doing a bit? Look
He
at him in
must
the
be
face.
doing a bit.
I was snowboarding 5 feet from his body.
I have a hard time looking at his face because he's got a piece of lint in his hair the size of the
Yeah.
Rock of Gibraltar.
Did I get it?
Anthony just made his hand the size of a baseball and just didn't touch his head and just said, "Did I get it?" Let me tell you something
Yeah.
that just occurred to me 2 days
All
ago,
right.
and I'm mad that it never occurred to me before.
Okay.
Because it's crazy.
We should go snowboarding, by the way. I would go.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm done snowboarding.
Ow, my...
Fuck my head up too much. I'm taking up skiing again. I'm
Oh,
back.
yeah.
I'm back
I'll
to
ski. I'll
skiing.
snowboard.
Yeah, I'm back to skiing. I got to
Skiing.
cruise.
My
man.
parents live on a mountain. We'd go for free.
Um.
They got guns too.
Oh, we could shoot some guns while we go down the mountain.
Shoot some guns at each other.
Isn't that a sport?
Kind of, but cross country skiing.
The
Cross
Biathlon.
country-
Yeah, they cross country ski
Oh,
and they shoot the rifle.
Right, they don't do it at the same time.
No.
The deadliest game.
That was always weird. Like in World War II, they had like ski soldiers, but it's like, who are you
Yeah.
fighting?
Yeah.
The fight is taking place on the side of a mountain, just in the time it takes to go down the mountain. What is that? You're just doing that for fun. You just said like, "Hey, it'd be sweet if we had ski soldiers."
Yeah.
That was somebody's kid,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Look,
Yeah.
we don't want him to get hurt. Put,
Yeah,
him, on
yeah.
put him on some skis. We'll give him
Put
a
him in
gun."
the ski squad.
Yeah.
The rest of the Vanderbilts.
Yeah. The battle's over. What happened? You won. Now we got to the bottom.
Oh, I have to tell a story.
Well, my story.
All
Do
right.
my story. Do you want to do your story first?
No, you tell your story.
This is a thing that occurred to me 2 days ago, and I was mad it never occurred to me before.
Okay.
So, Julius Caesar, right?
Yeah, King of England.
No.
Yes.
Julius, and you could do this with a lot of sort of
Kings.
historical figures, but Julius Caesar in particular, he died
Mm-hmm.
before Jesus was born.
Really?
Yeah, Julius Caesar died before Jesus was born. We know everything about Julius Caesar's life. We know what he looked like. We know how he wore his toga. We know
Wait, really?
specific dates. We know they argue about whether he suffered from epilepsy or it was just migraines.
Yeah.
And then Jesus, who came along after that,
What?
they're just like, he almost definitely existed. They don't know shit about Jesus. And Julius Caesar, it's like you're the son of God. Take some notes. Get some credits.
Yeah.
That's
why-
bizarre, right? Julius Caesar, they know his last words.
Yeah.
They have stuff that was his stuff. Jesus, they're like, we'll tell you this much. He probably wasn't white.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
Why?
Come on. Get to spell it out for you. Faake. My man's didn't really exist.
He did, though. They think Jesus almost certainly
Sure.
existed.
A
A guy-
guy
Right.
named Jesus
Right.
probably existed.
Right.
But was he I mean, though, all of the things that make you want to know
Right.
are what are the reason why he are the things that you can't prove. So then it doesn't matter. It's like saying, yeah, there was a Greg Stone,
Right.
but he wasn't Italian. He wasn't he wasn't a comedian. He was just
Yeah.
a guy with that same name.
Was also this because that was a time not everyone knew how to read and write.
Well,
right?
that's why. That is
Right.
why. It's the reason.
So if you're king of Rome or whatever the fuck that he was,
yeah.
Mhm.
then I would imagine
Oh,
you
sure.
have scribes or whatever following you around scribes? Is that
Well,
maybe?
for Caesar's case, he wrote himself.
Right.
He kept detailed
Right, so then
diaries.
that's the case.
That's
Right,
why.
right.
But it's still interesting.
It's
like
still interesting.
Romans
Jesus had followers, and Jesus didn't write anything down. Why wasn't Jesus writing
yeah,
anything down?
and that's the thing. It's like
Well, he may have come from a class where you didn't learn how to read or write.
You're the son of
That-
God.
that
You
was
can make
a
water to wine.
commodity
You could
back
get. You
then.
could figure out a couple alphabet letters.
well, not only that, it was it was also
He's a carpenter.
the
son.
Romans. The
You're
Romans
not
were
teaching that.
so far ahead of everyone else that like they were just
Right.
light years ahead of
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
records and all that shit. But still, it's like.
Look, I don't believe in him. I'm just saying that.
no, believe him if you
you
want.
know.
I certainly believe in him. He exists. He was a guy that existed. He was a preacher of some sort.
Sure, I
You
believe
know?
in that, but I don't believe in him as
The Son of God?
him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
never. I said this before. I say it again. Never does it say it's a true story. Never.
Right.
Not one time in that book does it say, "Hey, this fucking happened."
Yeah, yeah.
It's
it
just
doesn't
a
even say
bunch-
based on a true story.
That's my bit, so don't steal it again. This is the third bit. This podcast. The snowboarding bit, this Jesus bit, and then whatever you're gonna say next.
Okay, let me. First of all, whatever you're going to say next, that seems to be a bit of a stretch. I'll go on record right now as saying I don't approve of that. Second of all, the snowboarding thing happened to me.
It did?
Yeah,
Yeah. What was your name back then? Greg?
Brendan.
Oh, I had a similar story that
No,
happened
we're
in
not
my
doing
No,
this.
this ought
Nope.
to be
I
fucking
used
rich.
To,
This
I
ought
used
to
to
be
board
rich.
a little bit too, guys. And
Look what you did.
there was one time because Great Adventure used to have a park inside of it called Ski World, but it was in the park, and I used to go there, and I used to I boarded it up pretty good, and the guys kind of knew me around there as man, that's crazy Anthony, man. That guy loco gato.
That guy will do any trick.
That guy will do any trick.
Yeah, I remember them
And
talking about
I
that.
would, oh boy, I'd go up and down and up, goofy-footed, right-footed,
Yeah.
all the, whatever. And then, man, one time they were like, "You won't break into the slide essay," and I was
Oh,
like,
that can't be
fellas.
not offensive.
That seems offensive.
"I don't."
I mean, if that's just who they were, I guess.
That's
then
who
that
they
is
were,
Who they
like
were.
that. That's who they
this
were.
is like
That's
the
just who
movie
they were.
Vatos Locos.
That's who they were, Brendan. Now you're doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
I don't know.
So, so then, yeah, I went down one of the water slides. So I'm like you guys.
You're not.
You
like
aren't.
us.
You've always been like us.
No,
Oh,
you're
maybe
not.
you're not. Nope.
Nope.
Not like us.
Not like
Well,
us.
I'm like you guys in the sense I have the same story as the both of you guys, and it definitely
No,
happened.
You're like us in the fact that you like to sleep with children.
Stop it, man. We can't,
Well,
dude.
You know,
No,
guilty
Come
as
on.
charged. Huh?
no.
Come
This is
on.
not a.
Sleep with him, not have sex with him, be
Yes.
in bed with him.
This is not a running bit on the podcast anymore. I'm taking it off. I'm removing it
I've
from
gotten a lot
the
of-
podcast.
I got a couple emails from people that are like, I think it's very progressive what you guys are doing. I myself am a person who likes to sleep with children.
Stop it!
What?
Can I
This is
stop?
disgusting. It's a crime. The worst crime you can do.
No, the worst crime you
worst?
could do is blow up the earth with a bomb.
Yes, that is the worst.
Where are you gonna? You know how big of a bomb you're gonna need?
Thank God no one's done it yet.
Yeah.
No one could ever do it.
Why
No,
not?
there's-
Just the sheer energy required.
What if
I-
you're the size of a planet yourself? What if your name is?
People
I
are
don't know.
working on it, Brendan.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody's working,
I'm working
on
on it.
blowing up the entire Earth with a bomb.
According to Amanda's blog, people
Yeah.
are.
That's infuriating.
Let me say this. Can I say something serious for a moment? Actually, I did get a tweet about some stuff. It was some guy, one of our fans. I'm not going to mention his name because I don't remember it. What? The guy's going to call me at noon? It's goddamn 11:40. I'm doing the podcast. Anyway, he goes, my girlfriend has something to say to you on Snapchat. She starts texting me, you guys have a lot of problems with Jewish people. And I'm like, we don't have a problem with Jewish people. We make jokes because they make Brendan awkward, and it's funny to us. And then she was like, no, it's not right. And I
Yeah,
said,
she's right.
And I
She's
said,
right.
it's a bit. It's a
She's
bit,
right.
and you just don't get the bit. And she was like, I get the bit. I was like, well, then why don't you think it's funny? She was like, because it's not a bit. I go, you just don't get the bit.
No,
It's a
she's
bit
right.
you don't get. No, let me say this, and this is for the truth of the matter. When we do these things, it's fun because it's like, that's like what a person actually thinks who's crazy, and
Sure.
it's shocking
That-
to
no, that
bother
is
you,
true.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
The truth is, there's no. I believe in saying jokes that are crazy because I think that's how you open up dialogue. I think that's how you talk about things in the world. Is by when I worked in the ER. Gallows humor was a very real thing. That's how you dealt with stuff. You made the jokes. Now, if you don't like that kind of stuff, don't listen to the podcast. And I'm not saying that like don't listen to the podcast. I mean, it's something you don't like, so don't listen to it.
Sure.
So that's okay.
Sure.
And it's okay that you don't agree, but it does help some people, and it is good for some people. So just don't be selfish and take it all for yourself.
Well, you're right, and I know that's where you two are coming from with that stuff. You're saying,
Mm-hmm.
let's make light of the dark portions of the world.
Yeah.
And
then they're not dark anymore.
but it's important for me to voice my objections because I also want the audience to understand we don't really believe in that stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Also, I want to protect myself from any potential assassinations,
Yes.
hate crime charges,
Yes.
Secret Service investigations,
Yes.
jail, prison,
Yes.
anything you two have been subjecting yourselves to for years.
I've been investigated by the Secret Service before. I've been subpoenaed. I've been on their watch list for many years. And let me tell you this, it's fine.
It is fine, and I'll say
It's
that too.
fine.
They used to knock on the door for Anthony. I'd say once a week, and I'd go, and they'd go. I'd give them coffee.
Yeah.
And it says, "Larry, I'll be
Yeah.
out in a minute."
Yeah.
And they'd come in with their briefcase.
Yep.
and
This leads us right into something actually that I want to get into.
It better not be the thing. 'Cause I have to tell my story first.
I don't know. What do you mean it better not be the thing?
We talked about something in the coffee
Oh
shop.
yeah. No. This is
We have a secret plan that you can't know about.
They're great. I love that.
He
this
said
is
you'd get mad about it. Guess what? You are mad about it.
I'm not mad about it.
You're
I
mad.
couldn't be any more.
Look how mad you
So-
I'm
are.
very excited about
He's
it.
so mad.
What's your story?
at
I got to tell a story.
at Connor _Dowling.
Connor, man.
that's
You can
Connor.
that's Connor.
You know Connor?
Of
Yeah,
course,
he's a
that's my
friend.
best friend from college.
Well,
What?
I thought this was some
Uh-huh.
kind of.
You're my best friend on the podcast. Greg's my best friend in life, and Connor's my best friend from college.
Well, I thought this. He says,
I'm so
"Dear
angry.
dudes, with
I'm
your
so sad.
you're
Oh
you're
my
angry.
God.
You got life. I got best friend on the podcast.
I'm also on the
there's-
podcast.
Yeah, exactly. There's two people here. One of whom he already said is his best friend in life. So
'Cause Greg will
basically,
get very upset
what
if
he
I
told
say
me
that.
was I'm his worst friend. Dear dudes,
You're
Connor
hearing
writes,
it wrong.
with your newfound podcasting successes.
Newfound. We've been doing this for years.
That's the thing, Connor.
You know,
ease up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Newfound,
Seriously,
bro.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. I don't know, Connor. I used to like you, man. I just
Yeah.
thought you were one of us.
Yeah,
Dear
man.
dudes, with your
What's this
newfound podcasting successes, what's your top 5 pieces of advice for aspiring podcasters? Advice 1. I would say the number
Yeah,
one piece of advice I
yeah.
give to anyone out there starting a podcast. And this is just general podcasting advice. This
Sure.
has nothing to do with our particular podcast. It's not related to either of you guys or anything like that.
Right.
Is the number one piece of advice: get a sound engineer that has a fucking clue, because it will fuck you, man.
Oh
You'll
my
be
God.
get a guy
This
that
isn't related.
no, it has nothing to
my
do.
Unrelated.
Yeah,
God.
totally unrelated. Get a guy that knows his way around a soundboard.
Listen, let me say this.
Don't get a guy that's twiddling with the fucking knobs.
I know this is unrelated, but for some reason, and I don't know why, my feelings are extremely hurt.
Weird. It's totally unrelated.
And I understand that you said that, but for some reason, there's a lot of pain in me right now.
I don't know. It's totally unrelated. What's your second piece of advice for anyone thinking about starting a podcast?
Buy a suit.
You need a suit.
Buy
Look
a
good.
suit so you'll feel good.
Dress for success.
Yeah. And then also, if there's a wedding that's happening, then you have a suit.
Right.
It's a little bit easier.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier. Can I ask you this? If that is your second highest key for you, the first highest key to podcasting success, I've never seen you wear a suit.
But I have one.
So it's not about putting
It's
it
not
on.
about putting it on, but buy a suit to have one because
Yeah.
you don't need that stress going into an impromptu wedding.
Yes.
So mainly your advice for successful podcasts
Yes.
is be ready for a wedding.
Be ready for a wedding at all costs because you don't want that pressure brought into the podcast.
Can I add to what you're saying?
Sure.
Jot down a couple talking points in case you had a table with strangers.
Yes.
Don't be
Yes.
some kind of wallflower.
Yes.
Come out there
Yeah.
firing. Tell
Do a little research.
Yeah, an anecdote maybe. Tell about the time you
Yes.
you snowboarded down a water park. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're Greg. Third advice for aspiring podcasters.
Me is to do a podcast with people you like, not people that you despise. And this is unrelated. Don't do a podcast with people that when you look at them, you literally want to take any object, shove it into your stomach like a Harry Carey. Yeah, don't. Don't do a podcast with people you believe in, and then all of a sudden, you know, they turn on you. Because then they just have feelings that you didn't know you had, and they feel them. I got to talk about something, too. I got to talk about this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I've got a guy.
Well, you can't just do a twofer. I got 2 things to talk about.
Well, but here's the
I'm
thing.
not doing
Can
a
I?
twofer.
Can
What the
I?
hell?
You better answer. That's a no number.
Can I tell
It
you?
could be Hollywood.
Can I tell you a tip about podcasting? Here's my fourth tip about
Oh,
podcasting. If
my
you have a
God.
podcast, and one of the guys on your podcast says, "I got a guy I want to talk about," and then the other guy on your podcast, oftentimes when that's anything like that is brought up,
Yeah.
if that other guy always says, "Yeah, I got a guy too," the second guy, he doesn't have a guy.
There is no guy.
He's never had a guy.
Let me also hang on. Let me also throw in that as the other person is still talking, and this guy could be thinking about a guy that he could make up.
Yeah.
He's still not doing it.
No.
He's still going to wait till we defer to him and then just say whatever words he can string together that make no sense, and we have to try to figure out what he's talking
Right,
about.
and another thing, and this again does
Yeah.
not relate to the Rad Dudecast. Totally general advice.
Yeah.
A lot of times, that second guy, when it comes to his turn
Yeah.
to say about his guy he's brought up, it's not going to be a word. It's going to start with.
Let me also say this. Unrelated, but Anthony, what is your guy about? Before I get into my guy
Yeah.
and give you
Yeah.
who's your guy?
What? Wait, about what?
You had all this time.
yeah.
No, I got a guy.
I said,
Okay, yeah,
I
what
got
is
the
he?
intern thing.
Oh,
Fuck, he
What
had
the
a guy.
hell?
I
Yeah,
had a
he
guy.
No, I
yeah,
can't.
I
That's
had
crazy.
a guy, and I had
That's
him the
crazy.
whole time.
The
no, you
best,
did not have him the whole time. You
I
just
did
realized
too,
that.
man. I knew where I was going.
one of my all-time favorite.
Oh, I don't get to ever talk about my guy.
Yeah, we're going to your guy first. If you think we're not going to your guy before his guy, we're going to your guy.
Yeah.
But one of my all-time favorite Rad Dudecast moments was when Anthony said he had a segment, and it was the what was it? It was the motorboat.
Yeah, speedboat times or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never let me do.
We repeatedly tried to let you do it, and
Oh,
you
really?
just kept saying it's speedboat time.
Oh,
Now,
yeah,
who's your
speedboat
guy,
time.
Greg?
This guy, Sean Hennessy, right?
Yeah.
He tweets at me every single tweet I put. He puts ha ha. Now I don't know if this is him insulting me, or if this is him laughing at everything, or him
Yeah.
being supportive. I take it as being supportive, but part of me I am worried that he's making fun of me, and so that through every tweet I favorite it, and then I say, "Watch your back, Greg, because this guy could come up and kill you." I will say that he did. The only other tweet I saw on his page is him looking at somebody else and saying, "Not funny." So maybe he doesn't like me and doesn't like those guys.
So
Yeah.
so you're saying every tweet, just one man, everything you tweet, one man
Every-
just comments ha ha.
He must get
He's
alerts
laughing.
every single tweet. I'll respond to someone
Right.
like, "Yeah, I'll be there at 8." And he just ha ha, and I'm like, I mean, his dedication to it is enough to be like,
He likes
I
you.
support.
I think he
Yeah.
likes you. It's not an insult. I
Yeah.
think he likes you.
I like him. I mean, I
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
this in my life.
Yeah.
And maybe
Great.
Sean, if you're listening, what's his Twitter? Sean Hennessy.
Oh yeah, we'll give him a shout out.
If you're listening,
Sean
let
Hennessy.
Greg know. Hey, these are genuine ha
No, don't let me know. I don't want
Hey.
to know ever. Follow this guy. Actually, I didn't follow him back. I did see his brother on his suggested.
Yeah.
I followed his brother just to get a feel for the family
Good.
before
So
I
here's a
That's good
guy.
move.
before
So-
I commit to him.
Right.
Yeah,
So here's
yeah.
a guy that's clearly a fan of yours, loves what you're doing comedically, and you respond by following his brother.
Well, I got to figure out what's going on.
I get that move.
yeah.
You know what he's got to be using?
what?
Why is he not using impregnable Donnie? That's what
See?
he's got to say.
Impregnable
Impregnable
Donnie,
Donnie, ha
That
ha.
could be
yeah,
good.
that is a perfect segue into my guy.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, he's only 720. We gotta get this guy more followers. His name is at Sean Hennessy
You know who I'd love to get more
0.
followers? At
Who?
Sean Hennessy. What? You
0. But it doesn't. I don't know. He could be my enemy. I don't know.
This guy. Oh no, he's not your enemy.
Maybe he's my friend.
I think he's your friend. I got my guy, Sean Doyle. He works at the Beach Club at the Beach Club. That sounds cool.
Does
Maybe
sound
we
cool.
can get to the Beach Club.
Yeah,
He
but
lives
let
in-
me
he
ask
lives
you
in
this.
Queens too.
He's got a
might
beach
be-
club?
What?
Yeah, all right.
He's on a surfboard with his little kid.
Take us to the
Some
beach
kid,
club.
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll go to the beach club with this guy.
I'd
as
like
a
to.
kid.
I'd like to venture into this right off the bat. Why is the beach club at the beach club?
Well, hang on. Works at the Beach Club and the Beach Club. So he works at the Beach Club and the Beach Club. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think it's just a weird labeling thing.
Yeah,
I think he probably works at the beach club.
I like the idea of a beach club, though. Anyway, this is Monday morning. This comes to me. Just finished listening to episode 108 and want to hit you with an impregnable Donnie. Great.
Nice.
Would like to intern for the show. I'm currently studying finance at St. John's University in Queens. Very flexible. Have no experience in podcasts, but I'm willing to learn fast
Neither
and
do
help
we.
out any way I can. Abilities. Can learn fast.
That's it.
ADD and ADHD.
Oh,
Trap anybody like Grog. Please let me know Love the show. Be a lot of fun if I could help.
All right. So,
What do you guys want to do?
Yeah,
first
let's
of all,
call him. Do
you're
you leave
hired.
phone number?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. What's your number?
No,
Guess what?
we'll
Call
get
me
to
now.
him after this.
Oh, we'll get to him after.
Yeah, he doesn't have
He's
a number.
hired, right?
I think so. Here's what I'm going with pros.
Yeah.
I like any guy that whose second ability is just a sickness.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
If your
Yes.
second ability on your resume
Yeah.
is a mental illness,
Yeah.
well, then you're hired.
Let me tell you this.
yeah.
Every job I've ever applied for, they always go, listen, you got no experience, but this eczema really sold us.
Oh, are you guys watching The Night of?
Don't ruin it for me. I heard you have the same foot thing as me.
I've never understood
I know.
you more because he's just there. I won't ruin
He's
the
got
show,
what I have.
but he's just constantly mauling his foot with a chopstick.
Yeah.
And everyone who watches is like, what the fuck's happening? And I'm like, nah, I know what's happening.
Yeah.
Because
I know-
Greg
yeah.
has been using a plastic thing for to rub his foot raw for
Yeah.
10 years.
That's the reason I won't watch this show is because if it was real, he would take his sock off, put his foot in the raw concrete, and do a spin around move. That's what I do. I put my foot in the concrete and
Oh,
I
yeah, he
spin
does.
on my foot like a
God.
dance, and it shreds your foot, and nothing feels better.
God, man.
Yeah, he's got what
feel
I
for
got.
you.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, he's got it way worse, though. I'm looking at your
No,
feet right now.
I'm on the up. I'm on the
Yeah.
up. I saw
Yeah,
two
he's
doctors.
been really on it lately.
Yeah, I've been going cream crazy.
He's been
Well, you're also one of the big things, and my only knowledge of this is from watching The Night of. You're not supposed to be fucking rubbing it raw. It's not good for it.
No, that's what the doctor told me.
Yeah.
What do you mean
second
rubbing it
that.
raw?
You're scratching it and shit. That's bad
No,
for
not
it.
supposed. Also, we have to shout out to whoever is doing the Rad Dudecast quotes.
Yeah.
Who is
as
really on
always,
it.
I mean, that's unbelievable.
That guy's the best. I think he's telling me his name. I forgot it.
Oh, really?
Mark? No. Maybe he didn't tell me his name. I like to not know their names.
So are we also getting around because you wanted to talk about
What?
the Olympics, right?
Well, Greg's got a
I gotta
thing
tell
to
you
talk
this.
about
Okay,
first.
so
But
I just
yeah,
wanna
I mean,
tell you
I'd
about
say
these.
let's just.
No, I'm interested in this Ryan Lochte thing. I would like to hear Greg's thing for what
You just wrecked the bit.
you told me before.
We had a whole.
You can't do that
Yeah,
because
well,
you didn't tell me
here's a
that's the
fun-
secret part of it.
How about this? How about 5 times I said before you get into that, I have to tell my story. I literally said that 5 times in the podcast. Listeners would know that. But you know what? You're not a listener. You're a talker. And that's what I know about.
Oh, that's the meanest thing you could say to me.
You're a baby.
Well, I do have one.
The face he made. Priceless. You can't see it at home. That's
But I would like
we
to
got to
hear
do a live show. Why don't we do a live show?
We're doing it. We're doing a lot of
we're
stuff,
doing the
man.
Want to do it at the
tour.
creek?
Yeah.
One in the basement. I was like, we do one in the basement.
Well, I thought we were doing a whole tour.
I want to do a whole tour.
Yeah, we're doing a tour.
8 months or something.
Yeah, well, that's
All right.
what, yeah.
But also a live Rad Dudecast.
I got a
event.
tour in the works.
Greg?
I got a tour. I got shirts. I got 2 new hosts.
Oh my
coming
God, I
on.
forgot to make this Jared's. Jared Apfel, I got to give you a shout out.
As always.
Because everyone asked me for shirts. He sent me money before I was ready to take money.
I knew this would happen.
I know. So I do have the idea and concept in play. I have the shirt ready, but I have to prep it up, and then I'm going to send it to him. I'm going to try to get it done today.
Yeah. Also, there are people snapping. The normal people that were snapping great snaps that I got over the weekend and stuff like that.
Hey, what about our soldier
Especially,
friend?
yeah, my
Cameron
man, the
Odom.
soldier in the car.
Is that Cameron?
Yeah, I think that's Cameron Odom.
That guy's
Or
the-
Jer Bear.
Jer
One of
Bear,
them.
he's the
I
soldier.
think it might be Jer Bear.
He's the best.
Now,
He-
Cameron Odom's got wild, like chest tattoos. He always does fun
yeah,
stuff, too.
yeah.
Now I gotta do
Jared
another
Bear, that
shout
guy's
out.
the man.
Yeah.
I think he sent me a shot. I think he was like shooting people with a machine gun on his skis, and then I said thanks, murder pics.
So yeah, so we got.
No, I
Greg,
never did that.
So
He
I'm
was
really
laughing.
spearheading this now. So we got Greg's story and then the other thing.
So Amanda,
Well, we go long today.
let me find this. Yeah, we're gonna do about
We've only
7.
done 5 minutes.
We're gonna do 7. I was
haven't
thinking
got
on the way
anything
here.
yet.
Let's do a 7-hour
Yeah, let's just go long.
jammer.
Pretty good.
So I gotta find this shit, man. This woman.
Well, I got to tell you a story real quick while you find it.
Yeah, you tell us the story while I find it. Well, hold on. No, let me find it first because I think your story is really going to be a thing that we have to get into for a while. Her name is Amanda. Let me find it. Amanda Heenage. That's at Amanda Heneage.
Oh, a female listener.
Yeah, she's beautiful. She
I wonder if female listeners hate us.
Just Lydia. But
she-
she doesn't hate us.
she tweeted that. Says she listens all day while she's through hiking the Appalachian Trail.
What?
So she's hiking
Wow.
the Appalachian Trail, which is so cool. I've always wanted to do that, but I don't have the time.
No,
Yeah.
who does?
I
She
don't
does.
have
Good
the
for
time.
her.
Can you give a shout out to John Burnsaw, legend Klett? So there's your shout out. Now, when you through hike
Is he a
the
legend?
Appalachian Trail or the
Yeah.
Pacific Coast Trail, you take a trail name. That's how it goes. That's one of the main
Oh.
reasons I'd want to get in there.
Oh, like the guy in the Call of the
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, and you sign up. So his I'm guessing it's John Klett, and his trail name is Burnsaw Legend. I don't know, but anyway, my
Is there
trail
like,
name.
Is there like if someone else has one, do you have to be like Burnsaw
Yeah,
Legend
yeah.
017?
Yeah, asterisk
Yeah,
017.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
underscore.
domains,
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry that trail name is taken already.
My trail name, I think, would be Greg.
Wow. Just like your snowboarding name.
What?
This guy's been trailing my life for years.
Yeah. My trail name, I think it'd be Anthony Cockface.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think my name would be Swinging Door Banana Boat. I wonder if those 4 words have ever been used before. I would come up with a bunch of things that I would say to people too as they pass by.
What would you say?
Yeah, I would say, "Are you going this way? Come with me." And then I would carry a bunch of snakes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would carry a bunch of snakes
Okay.
on strings.
Like a leash.
Like a leash, right? And then you get skis on, and then you're water skiing on snakes, and people go, "There goes Swinging Door Banana Boat."
Okay, I'm gonna delve into this a
Good,
little bit.
because I'd
I'd like to just clear up a few things.
I'm out of gas on that.
Because
one.
it's
right.
because it's first of all, let me start by saying mostly completely reasonable. Not not a lot of problems with it. Just a couple
yeah.
things.
Well,
When
the
you
snakes
say,
would defend me.
well, right. When you say water ski on snakes,
Yeah.
do you mean the snakes? You're on skis and you're on this trail, which is dirt, presumably,
Yeah.
and they're pulling you,
No,
or you're on top of the snakes.
I'm on top of the snakes because you don't want to go rough with the snakes. So the skis,
So you're riding snakes.
you're riding snakes
now,
like
what
water.
kind of snakes? Because you're going to need you're either going to need a couple of anacondas, or you're going to need about 6,000 normal snakes.
Mutant snakes that I have developed
sure.
in a lab that I've been
Sure,
working on,
sure.
where I've been building a bomb to blow up the world.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
the guy from Amanda's blog.
Yeah, that is the guy. That's me.
You're not going to be able to blow up the world.
I fall for it again!
Yes.
Yes! Banana Boat Jones!
Also known as Banana Boat Jones.
So Swinging Door Banana Boat is also known as Banana Boat Jones. But never... excuse me, Banana Boat. Are you ever called Swinging Door Banana Boat Jones?
SDBJ! For short! You... Filed again! By my own eczema!
That's why he wears skis.
So he's like a villain whose main issue is just eczema.
He's got a lot of bad eczema. That's why
Yeah.
he's upset. I get it. I've been there.
I'd be upset too, man.
Yeah.
You're a superhero expert. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I've got Greg's selfie stick, and I'm
Sticking
using
it
it as
right
a
in my
pointer.
face.
Whenever I have a question, I'm now pointing it right in people's place. Superheroes.
Yes.
Superpower. People with superpowers.
Yep.
Okay. Their main thing
Hmm.
is always to save the world or to take over the world. How come there's never a guy that's just like, I'll just play in the NFL?
Well, most people want money.
That's the thing. So the supervillains, they want money, but they always go about it the wrong way. You don't need to take over everything.
Yeah.
Just don't tell anyone you have superpowers and be the best basketball player there's ever been.
Well, I think most guys don't want to be the guys that they want to be to write the guys write checks. You know, they want the most power and influence to change the world in the way they think it's better. Most good supervillains aren't. Most good supervillains don't believe they're wrong.
Oh, I
Right.
see. So
Right,
they
right.
they actually think they're doing the same thing
Stop
as the
it
good guys.
with this, Brendan. This is the first episode, 107 episodes, where we had to take something from you.
What? A guy can't take a selfie stick and try and pick things up with it while he's talking and pretend he's got a long arm?
No. Yes. No.
I'll tell you
Yes.
this right now.
Yes.
You take a selfie
Say
stick
yes to
out-
that dress.
You take a selfie stick out of my hand, and you'll shut me down.
Yeah.
I will participate no more in today's episode.
No, I was going to say this. Or we could do it the other way. We should do a podcast one time. Anthony, quiet. We don't, I meant to say, don't listen to this. We don't let Anthony talk at all. Every time he tries to talk, Maybe we'll do it next episode. We interrupt him every time. I'll shut his mic off. Actually, we'd be better to do that on you because you get real mad.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd care.
Yeah, I don't think he would.
Well, also, what kind of harebrained scheme is this where you pitch it to me and then say, actually, you know what? We should do that to you. What do you think I'm going to say? Like, yeah, man, this is too good to pass up.
Yeah, I
me say
like
this,
how
though.
you included we.
Well, the thing is,
Brendan is part of the we in that. Yeah, that is a good idea. I would get mad.
Yeah.
the second part of this plan is that I
Yeah.
tell him that, see how he says he's going to get red hot, and then after the end of this podcast, I hit him with a hammer over the head. He'll forget everything that happens.
Yeah.
You know how many podcasts you don't remember we did?
So I'm under the assumption this is episode 109. What episode is this?
Oh, no, it's the correct amount of episodes, but there's parts of podcasts you don't even remember because I've smashed you with a head with a hammer
Well,
to make you forget about it.
That's interesting because I literally don't know. I don't know that you remember a single podcast, and I've never hit you over the head with a hammer.
No, right again.
Yeah.
Or for the first time.
Now, I just noticed something,
I don't
and I'd like
know.
to get your input on this. I
Uh-huh.
think your hair is getting long enough to do a ponytail.
Yeah, let me
Oh,
take a
my
look.
Yeah,
God.
pull it up. See if you can get a
If-
little cabin boy.
I've been saying this for years.
Cabin boy. I've never heard it called that.
Nobody has.
No,
Nobody's
you know
ever
what I
said
mean,
that.
where they have those little dinky ponytails. Now pull it all back.
We gotta
no,
get
all
you
the
a
way to the
ponytail.
back. Go like this, Anthony. Go like this.
I'll
All the way to
tell.
the back.
He's just saying
Two hands.
two hands. He has to.
Yeah, I can't hold the microphone.
Yeah.
You look great, man. Your hair's long. Grow
He's
it
got
out.
a classic '80s hair. When
Yeah.
it looks like this, it looks like a classic '80s bouffant type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, he
Yeah.
looks great.
Looks unbelievable.
Let me take a picture to tweet.
Yeah.
Puff it up a little bit.
I'll tell a story while you guys are
Puff
taking
it
a
up.
picture.
No, not your face. You're puffing your
Oh
face
my
up
God.
like a
Trying to
blowfish.
make it pop.
No, puff your hair up, buddy.
Yeah, puff your hair up like a puffer.
Trying.
I'm gonna hit quick. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit him with the hammer.
Is that good? Yeah, get him.
Yeah.
That's great, man. I'm gonna tweet this. I'm gonna tweet that. Why are you holding a hammer over my head? That's not a good bit. That's a Full Metal Hammer.
Full Metal Hammer. Just to let the crowd know at home.
I'm
That's in
gonna.
case I gotta make you forget something.
So go on.
Man, I'm dying to hear Greg's story.
We're gonna get
No,
to
we
it.
don't.
If you don't listen, we're trying to get to a point where they've forgotten you've already said about it.
I
but,
know.
You
now,
have to. Oh my God, that's the plan.
Yeah, you
To
gotta
not clue me, but you told the whole thing and then didn't clue me in. So now I said stuff,
You
and you
gotta
guys
be
are
clued.
upset.
You gotta be clued.
Yeah, I got no clue. If you clued me, I'd be fine.
But just so we know that this bit is not worth what we've put in so far. The idea was so simple and dumb. There was just like a throwaway line that we've put so much into it now that there is no living up to it. I'll just tell the story.
so Greg's gonna tell the story. Right before you get into that,
not
do
even
us a
great story.
favor. Go on at the Rad Dudecast on Twitter. Check out the picture I just posted to Anthony. Let us know if he should continue growing his hair and have a ponytail. Weigh in, please.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, I went to Target the other day,
Yeah.
and I ran into I can't think of his name now. What the hell is his name? He was in Scream, and he was in Scream, and he was in Scooby Doo. The guy who played.
Okay, so not Skeet Ulrich. You're talking about Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
Love Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. He's like a great guy.
Been to space, you know.
What?
He's an astronaut.
Really?
Nah.
Oh, I don't know. But anyway, great guy. The lady behind me didn't have any money, and he just paid for her groceries. It was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Matthew Lillard?
Yeah. That's
How
all.
much? What was she buying?
Yeah, it wasn't much. It was like $30 or $40.
And he just paid for it.
She couldn't find her credit card, and she
Yeah.
was kind of holding the line. He goes, "Look, just put it on my tab." Really nice.
So you're telling me Matthew Lillard of Scream
Yeah.
and Scooby Doo,
Yeah.
which I think we all thought he was going to be more than he was.
I think he is more than he was. He's paying for people's food.
I don't know.
at
He
Target.
was in that paddle movie. That was pretty big.
Yeah.
Paddle?
Yeah, something without a paddle.
Oh, Without a Paddle.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great movie.
That
Huge
was-
blockbuster.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, made a lot of revenue on that.
Yeah.
2 Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was in Life Stinks.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that Mel Brooks?
Mel Brooks.
Right.
Now, question. So Matthew Lillard, he's running a tab at Target. Is
No,
what
he
you
just put
said.
it on his credit card.
Oh, he put it on his credit.
What are
yeah,
you
he just
doing
paid
there?
for it. I bought an action figure.
Oh, all
It
right.
was by Levity.
Oh,
what am I
great.
doing at Target? That's the one thing you question in this podcast? All right, what do you want to talk about, Brendan?
Well, I was wondering if is anything you just said true?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
What?
This is all part of the bit.
Oh, I thought this was the bit.
No, none of that's true. The bit was then you get into the Ryan Lochte thing, and I say, why are we mad at him for telling a lie? Everything I just said was a lie.
Oh, that was the bit?
That was the bit, and it's not even a good bit.
So why didn't I couldn't know about this
We
bit?
can't tell you on the radio.
No, we can't tell you on the live on
Then
the
the
radio
crowd would know.
airwaves.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see. I get you.
Yeah, we were just going to do this
Fuck,
whole.
dude.
we
You
were gonna
told
tell
me the
this-
Ryan Lochte thing before we started doing the podcast.
Yeah.
This
I
bit,
thought that happened during the podcast.
this bit has gone to the wolves.
Oh God, and it wasn't even a good.
It
bit.
wasn't. It was a terrible bit.
It was just a thing to be like to add some realness to being.
Right.
I don't care about Ryan
Some
Lochte.
flavor.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the guy's a liar. Who cares? I lie all the time. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted so hard, and I tell this Matthew Lillard story, and then the
I
whole
stopped
thing about
paying
my
attention. I
dad
thought it
being in
was a
Life
real
Stinks.
Story.
My dad was not in
I
Life Stinks.
Know why you were telling us?
I know because I'm a good actor. Did you see how I told that story?
Yeah,
It
that
seemed
was
real.
great.
Also,
That's
let
why
me
I was like,
second
why were you
what
doing
Greg
Target?
has said, because now that I'm finding out you really knew about the story, or you really believed the story, your question in that story was, why were you at Target? Your question of goddamn Matthew Lillard at Target? Like, not, what was Matthew Lillard doing there? Where was this Target?
Yeah.
What? Did you say anything to Matthew Lillard? It was,
Yeah.
what? Hey, man, what were you getting at Target?
Yeah,
I mean, ridiculous.
yeah. That being said, also the bill for the story not remarkable. Matthew Lillard not being not a large Target tab.
No.
It's $30-$40.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can do
that's
that. I can do
crazy.
that. Yeah.
Well, so Ryan Lochte. So I don't care,
I'm pro Lochte.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah.
I'm. Here's the thing about this whole Lochte story.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Why is he getting in so much trouble? Here's the thing about
He's
it.
lied. Who cares?
Yeah, but barely. Like, they're like, how dare you say you were robbed, when really what happened is you peed on a building and then a Brazilian security guard pointed a gun at you and wouldn't let you leave till you gave him money.
Right.
Yeah, you were robbed.
Yeah,
Like, that's not a legal way of dealing with a guy peeing on a
No.
building.
No,
Yeah.
That's
no.
robbery.
That's robbery.
Why was he in Brazil? What?
For the Olympics, man.
I thought they were in Rio.
You guys never see the skull tattoo I have?
That's in Brazil.
Thanks, Anthony. I did not know that.
You asked a question.
I am thanking you honestly.
Oh, okay.
Thanks,
cool.
Anthony.
Yes. Oh, you're welcome.
I just did not know that.
Rio's in Brazil.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I never left America. I went to Paris once.
Angry Birds, Rio.
So I gotta be honest with you here. I don't care that he told a lie. I told a lie about Matthew Lillard. That was the bit.
Yeah. So
That would have
holds
been
up,
good.
man.
That would have been good if we had
Impregnable.
done that.
Up, dude.
Impregnable
Impregnable
Donnie.
Donnie.
I did go to Target. Impregnable Donnie. I did buy an action figure. Impregnable Donnie. It is to, because someone sent me a broken figure, and so I'm putting that in the package of the one I bought, returning it, getting my money back. So I bought a broken figure from somebody online for $3. Bought a $20 figure. Put the broken one in the package, returning it, getting my money back. Come on, guys! What a great steal!
That is a good scheme.
It's not a good scheme. It's dishonest, despicable, and amoral.
All right, I'm going to end this by smashing the
Okay, well then
audio
we'll
equipment with a hammer.
we'll never have a podcast again, because if you think we're gonna be able to wrangle up this ragtag collection of microphones and fucking audio junk again, you could think again.
How about Katie? You know,
She bought it.
sent us this thing, and now she's an intern at Stand Up New York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we really
cool.
made her career. We did.
Yeah,
I'm going to take full credit for it.
She's gonna be something. She keeps climbing the ladder like this.
Oh,
she already
she's climbed
forgot
the
about
ladder.
us. She already forgot about us.
Really?
I think.
No.
This
I'm
is
going to call her
why.
right now.
Speaking of ladders,
Yeah.
my sister.
Yeah.
This is what my sister told me.
You have
Yeah.
a sister? I love your sister.
What's your sister's name? Laura?
I'm not gonna say that on the air.
Delilah.
That's private.
It's
That's
some kind of
private.
Gaelic name.
No,
My
I'm not
sister's
gonna
name
say
is... Why?
I keep my family
Leaf.
private.
It's like Leaf or something.
Because
Leaf,
if
yes.
if your dad was formerly president, you have to keep your family private.
Your dad was former president?
Yeah.
Your daughter...
President what Rotary Club in
Hilarious.
No,
Got him.
Ronald Reagan.
He got you.
Ronald Reagan.
Your dad
The
was Ronald
Gipper.
Reagan.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
Google what your sister's
Win
name
one.
was.
Win one for the Gipper.
How did
Lisa
Ronald
Reagan.
Reagan talk? Did he have a funny voice?
Well,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Wow.
He talked a little bit like Jack Nicholson. A little bit.
Yeah.
these people... I had it and I lost it.
You did have it. The well was great. The
Wow.
first part.
well, what's
My
your,
sister. She's also Ronald Reagan.
What's
Ronald
his wife's
Reagan
name?
Jr.
Reagan's wife's name?
Also
Nancy.
Ronald.
Nancy. Well, Nancy, looks like they just stole a big pound of meat from me.
Well, that's how worthless the president is. That he had Alzheimer's and it was fine.
Yeah.
You know, they were just
He
like,
had
He
yeah,
didn't have it when he was in office.
yeah, he did. Now,
Really?
it came
Oh.
out now that he was, but towards the end of his
Wow.
term, he was showing pretty severe
Severe
signs,
signs of it.
and it was just fine. It was like, yeah, you don't do anything.
They say he's the greatest president of all time, someone said.
I mean, someone could say that about anyone. It's like, yeah, the greatest baseball player of all time is,
Luther Vandross.
Luther,
but it's like somebody said that's how Donald Trump. That's his whole campaign is just like, people are saying, and it's like, no, you're saying.
Yeah.
You've said that.
Yeah.
Also, guys, don't be mad at me for being an atheist. That's just what I believe.
Sure. What I love tracking your mental condition during the cast, where it's like clearly something was happening in your mind where you had imagined these people mad at you for something you've said.
Yeah.
Some people need to believe, and
Before you get your pitchforks out,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah,
don't need to believe. What I need is to be fed and loved.
But can I tell you, impregnable Donnie, what my sister said to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Anthony brought up ladders. My sister said she couldn't watch me on. She couldn't watch my network television debut on Seth Meyers because she was driving and saw a man fall off a ladder earlier in the day.
It affected her too much.
I go, what? And she goes, yeah. So,
The internet still exists.
well, not only that, it was earlier in the day.
Yeah, it ruined it forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiled it forever.
Just a bold move.
I saw it. I watched
Wow.
I go, did he die? She goes, I don't know. I left.
it. Come on.
She didn't even stick around.
She said
Well, maybe
she
she can't get to a TV. She's running from the cops.
She said she got lightheaded. She had to leave. She said it was too high.
I'll tell you this. Your sister pushed somebody off a ladder.
She
If
may
I
have.
know anything about you,
Yeah,
I know
this
anything
story
about
doesn't add up.
She's very funny. Now,
Yeah.
that's the kind of joke I like. When
That
you
is a
find a
bit.
guy in a high ladder, push him off, then
Yeah.
leave.
It's a great bit.
Yeah.
And
Your
if
sister is funny.
You don't get the bit. You don't get the bit.
I remember that about her.
If you've never met my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. You did.
Oh, I'm not supposed to tell you stuff like that.
Oh, you did meet my sister. That's true.
Well, we...
Stop it, Anthony.
I bet
That's
she's-
not funny. That's
I
not,
bet
you
she
know,
smells
I know.
good.
Stop it. This is not. No, this is not a.
Why can't she smell good?
She's.
No, I did meet her. We went to a party.
Yeah,
of
we
hers
went to a
once.
party.
She was very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
She was funny. I do remember that.
Yeah,
about
yeah,
her.
yeah.
I went to a party with her.
No, stop it. No.
Why couldn't I have went to a party?
What?
Why couldn't I have went to a party with your sister who smells good?
Stop it. I don't
Why?
like this. Your sister smells good.
My sister's the smellingest, wonderful person.
Yeah,
I'll call her right now.
I went to a party with her.
Go ahead. You can't.
A pool party at Joe Groby's house.
If you had sex with my sister,
Did you say
I would-
Jagroby?
yeah.
Classic Brendan make-em-up guy. Jagroby.
yeah.
You guys
Make
don't know
fun of me, but Brendan
Yeah.
say some shit sometimes.
You guys don't know Jagroby?
Yeah, Brendan. Who's Jagroby?
What? He's a guy. He has all those pool parties down in
yeah, I went to one with your sister
at
in
Flushing
college.
Meadows. No, you didn't.
Oh, that's
did.
right. Jagroby's party.
But it wasn't sexual.
Let me call him. Not
That's not your brother. This is your brother.
Jagroby. What are you doing? No, I'm Jagroby.
I am Colin. I am Colin Air.
No. I'm Jagroby.
Be his sister. Really piss me
Oh,
off.
yeah.
No, don't be. Hey, man, this is Jagroby.
It's me, Leaf.
Hey, stop it.
Air.
Colin.
You need to stop it. Hey,
sister.
seriously, man, you need to stop it. This is Jagroby.
It's me, Leaf Air, Brendan's sister.
Wow, that's a good impression, but it's somebody else. But I love it.
I
don't know, I
just
just-
got off the boat from Ireland.
Okay, let's do a contest. Who can do? Because we.
Oh, I do like a contest.
If you listen to us, you know.
Sorry if I hurt your feelings. I was just kidding.
You didn't hurt anybody's feelings.
All right.
You hurt Anthony's feelings when you because
You did.
when
No one
before
mentioned
you-
my sister.
Before he
doesn't.
came in, you said he was a skin bag filled up with fleas, behaving as a human. He said that about you.
I did, and I
Well,
don't take it back.
when you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people know us on the Rad Dudecast for our tremendous voice work.
Sure.
Okay, we're known as top level character
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Oftentimes, any kind of animated feature will field calls and say, "Nah, that's not what we want to do." But thank you.
Disney's planes.
Yeah, we'll say maybe
Disney's planes.
we'll say maybe reach out to the Simpsons guy. What's his name?
Real quick,
Matt
yes.
Groening.
No, the guy who does all the voices.
Yep, Octavus
Ah.
from the pigeonhole from the birdhouse.
Hank Azaria.
Yeah, and we'll say, you know what? Maybe reach
Yeah.
out to
from
Hank
the
Azaria.
pigeonhole from the birdhouse.
Yeah. Now, who of us can actually do a real voice, a good impersonation?
I
of
can do
someone?
great impressions. I think maybe. kinda.
Okay, so everyone take a second
Yeah.
Okay.
of pure silence,
Okay.
Yeah.
no talking,
Yeah.
and think
Yeah.
of your best impression.
Okay. Before we do this, though, I want to throw in a quick ad in,
Okay.
which is that I was talking to a comedian who sucks. He's not very good. And I was like, he's a good guy. He's new. I'm just getting mad at him because he said this. But I go, guys, check out our podcast. He goes, you guys do characters? And I go, I don't like characters. I go, yeah, but we don't do characters well.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to sell him
Yeah,
on.
Yeah.
But listen, they're not well thought out.
No.
Yeah, we do characters, but it's not something that we put any time into.
No.
Okay, so now think of your best impersonation.
Mm-hmm.
Real. Like, we're going to really try and be accurate here.
Mm-hmm.
And here, talk for a while I think of mine.
Hey, everybody, what are you doing? Or should I just do mine?
Okay, I got mine. Who's yours?
Mine is Oksana from WWE's NXT Women's Champion.
Well, that is a stealthy move where you just be a person nobody knows what they sound like. Could be anyone. Okay, Anthony knows. Okay, do it.
Well, I'll wait till someone else goes first.
Okay, Anthony, who's your person?
James
If
Woods.
he doesn't go with Dr. Nick, I don't understand how.
James Woods. The idea that he is going to come out with anything out of his mouth remotely bringing to anyone's mind James Woods.
Yeah, James Woods.
Okay, well, listen, I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay. We've got a situation here, Michael J. Fox.
What?
Jesus Christ.
What was James Woods in with Michael J. Fox?
That movie, the cop movie, Rookie Cop.
Rookie Cop.
What's that movie? You guys know what I'm talking about?
All right, think yours.
You,
Keep going.
Greg, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, man.
High Crimes or something.
Okay,
crimes?
Greg, do
Somebody
yours.
text me the name of the movie.
Don't. Well, that's not going to fucking make the impersonation. And you just. It was your voice.
What? No.
Yeah, all right, let me try. This is my impression of James Wood.
Of heterosexual marriage. Why are we involved in the government sanctioning marriage, except if there are children involved for anybody? I mean, if you're going to get together, go marry in your church or your synagogue or your
Fantastic.
temple, whatever.
Greg, that's a fantastic.
That's really
Yeah, I
good
thought I pretty nailed it.
and poignant about marriage.
and he continues to talk in the background.
I kind of think that my impression wasn't that bad now that I hear him for the
No.
first time. I've never really.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. What are you doing? I with Vinny yesterday. He said I could bite you.
Who is this? This is Oksana?
Oksana. Oksana Women's Championship NXT. Okay? I talked to Vinny and he said wrestling not real. I say it's real to me.
Her name is Asuka. And she thinks wrestling is real. Greg was doing this the other night while we were watching wrestling, and I was crying laughing. This was so funny because Greg was doing this impression so loud, and we were laughing so hard that it woke up Greg's Asian girlfriend.
Who clearly thought I was... Who I am actually just doing a perfect impression of Tita's mom.
Tita's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... That's exactly
You
what Tita's
even
mom
do
does.
the parts where you're like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. They come and they say it. I don't care. I
know.
don't care.
I told you what Tita's mom said at a wedding, right?
Yeah.
Lady's giving a speech.
Yeah.
And this is not Tita's wedding. Well, clearly I'm not married. Tita's mom's friend's daughter. So Tita's mom is so far removed from this person. Tita's mom's, the lady's giving the maid of honor is giving a speech, and Tita's mom stands up and goes, "Bowing." And Tina goes, "What are you doing? You can't do that." And she goes, "What? They don't care. They know I'm joking. I'm just joking. They know me." And she's like, "Nobody knows you."
That's the
She's
best.
her mom is the best.
Yeah.
I don't care. Vinny come in and he say, stop biting everybody. I don't care.
What
Is
do you
that
got?
racist? Yeah, what do you got?
Your impression.
I don't know. I can't do any.
What? You brought the game up.
Okay. This is Michael Caine.
Ooh, Michael Caine. All right.
That.
Oh boy.
I mean, you brought this game up for everyone to sincerely do their best
Yeah, yeah.
impression.
Master Wade.
It's not bad.
That's good.
Young Master Wade.
Yeah.
It's my dream that one day I should be in a cafe and find you looking across the cafe and you're not Batman anymore and you found happiness, Master Wade.
That's good.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was really
I feel
good.
I kind of want to cry.
Master Wade. Cool costume. I so proud of you when you're being Batman.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Your father would have been proud. And another thing. Good work.
That's great.
And I'm not done yet,
Okay.
Master Wade.
Keep going.
One thing I've noticed, Master Wade. Hey, are you going to say excuse me when you burp? Missed it.
Sorry, Alfred.
My-
Rachel.
Ah.
Well,
you.
good.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Well, that's about it. For
Well,
me.
hang on. Before we get going, I do want to do one last thing. We're done.
Yeah.
Let's all be quiet.
Yeah.
Let's all be quiet and think of. We want to do this round 2. Okay. Think of the best impression you have. We're gonna be quiet. Radio silence. We'll come back. We'll do it. Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on. Because you were going to end the podcast, right?
What? Why would you ruin the joke?
Because I just thought of a better thing that's a fun game that we could play.
Oh, okay.
A lot
And
of curtain reveals on this
But the
episode.
idea was that I was going to hit
I know.
stop, and then they would be listening to Empty Air forever.
I know, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it, but then
Yeah.
I knew, well, this will be over till next week, and
Uh-huh.
I'll never be able to do this thing,
All right.
which I think is going to be fun.
Okay.
This is how it's going. Anthony, pay attention.
I'm Brendan.
We got to see how many rounds it takes us all to say the same word,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3,
4.
go, and you just say a word.
Okay.
And then after that, we say it right again. So you try and get on the same wavelength. Like, say I said sandwich.
Yeah.
Anthony said
Lettuce.
Meat.
beach.
Meat sandwich.
Yeah, we try and get to the next word. So let's see how long it takes us to all say the same word.
Okay.
We'll see how many rounds. 1, 2,
3. Got it.
Sandwich.
No. Okay, start over.
All right.
When it's 1, 2, 3.
3.
No, stop.
All right.
You-
But I've already won twice.
no, there's no winning. We're all in this together. It's
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Then you say, okay?
Okay.
1,
But I still been
2,
winning.
3. Bag.
Sandwich.
Of house.
So
Sandwich.
house, sandwich,
Of
bag. House,
Okay.
sandwich, bag.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Mother.
Lunch. What'd you say?
Mother.
Mother, lunch,
Horses.
horses. Mother, lunch, and horses. 1, 2, 3. School.
Money.
Paltrow. Fuck.
What?
Money.
What'd you say,
Gwyneth
money?
Paltrow. You're not trying to play the game. You're just saying any word.
Yeah, is that what we're doing?
No, you think about what the other you think about what's the connection between these three things.
Gwyneth Paltrow had the school lunch.
Okay, so Gwyneth Paltrow. What did
Yeah.
I say?
Okay.
I don't know.
School.
Horses.
And you said what?
Money.
Okay, so money.
Okay, money.
Gwyneth Paltrow and school. What do those three have in common? 1, 2, 3.
Movies.
College.
I didn't.
You didn't say anything. Fucking,
Okay, but this is great. No, I want to do this.
No, I.
We're doing an extra
no,
long
'cause
one
it
today.
went too fast.
All
That's how it is. It's fast. It's
Okay.
free
Oh,
thinking.
free thinking.
So what
Go.
do we have? Okay,
1, 2, 3.
Superheroes.
Brain.
Superheroes, brain, and
Yeah.
what?
Finagle.
Finagle. 1, 2, 3.
Target.
Magneto.
Jail.
You got to say it on the three
On the
first
three.
of all.
Well, 'cause I don't
Jail,
wanna compete with
Magneto,
people.
Target.
jail, Magneto, and Target. Ooh,
Yeah, yeah,
jail,
yeah.
Magneto, and Target.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Line.
X-Men.
Line.
Oh, good.
Lying.
Parking
what-
lot.
No, I
parking-
said line.
What?
Line.
Line.
Line, parking lot, and jail. Line,
Okay.
parking lot, and jail.
1, 2,
3.
keys.
Criminal.
What the fuck are you doing?
Come on, I
You
don't-
can't.
Three.
There's a timing. Criminal was good. I
I'm
didn't
finally
get to say
getting
because
it.
he just yelled. So keys,
Were
criminal.
you
I
gonna
was
say keys?
I was gonna say fence.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's
keys,
pretty close.
criminal, and fence. Try and get your
Yeah.
timing a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Keys, criminal, and fence.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Metal.
Robber.
HIV.
HIV, robber, and what'd you say?
Metal.
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 HIV, and robber. Ooh, I know what this one is.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
High
Needle.
school.
What the fuck does high school
Come on,
have?
are you trying?
Are you trying?
I am.
So
'Cause you make
bridge-
a bad turn. You'd make a bad turn after high school, and you would turn into that.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
All
bridge,
right.
high
Okay.
school, and needle. Think
All right.
hard. Bridge, high school, needle, because I know how this all connects. 1, 2, 3.
School
Suicide.
I don't know.
Okay, so I don't know. Suicide, and what'd you
School
say?
kids.
School kids, suicide, and I don't know. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Question.
Columbine.
Columbine, question,
Yeah.
and what'd you say?
Philanderer.
Philanderer, Columbine, and
All right,
question.
Now,
I don't. I mean,
let's adapt this game. Let's adapt it.
Okay.
Okay. You say a word, then Anthony says a word, then I say a word, and they all have to connect.
No, we got to get down to the. Okay, let's just.
Because this'll be
let's,
fun.
Listen, I think maybe with 3 people it's too hard. Let's do me and you,
All right.
and then we'll do Anthony
Great.
and you.
No, it's
but we'll
fine.
try and get to the same word. Starting
All right.
over. We're starting
Okay.
fresh.
All
Okay.
right.
1, 2, 3.
Bananas.
Book and bananas. 1, 2, 3. Curious George.
Well, that was
Okay,
pretty good.
Curious George school. Okay. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3. Cartoon.
Teacher. Okay. Teacher
All
and
right.
cartoon. Okay.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
3. South
Schoolhouse
Park.
Rock.
Ooh, South
Ooh.
Park and Schoolhouse
I
Rock.
thought
We're
you
close.
guys had it on
Okay,
that
1, 2, 3. Animation.
Damn.
TV
one.
and animation.
Very close.
Okay, TV and animation. 1, 2, 3. X-Men.
MTV. Good.
What'd you say?
I said MTV.
MTV and X-Men.
Okay.
Okay. 1,
We're too far.
2, 3. Wolverine.
Wolverine. Yeah, we got it.
We got it.
All
We
right.
go. All
Anthony's
right.
on his phone.
Anthony's on his phone.
Wolverine.